Hello and welcome back to Food Entertainment for my review of 2017's Kingsman the Golden Circle, which is the final steelbook in my very awesome and very elegant The Kingsman collection on 4K UHD. This is a limited edition steelbook collection. I will, of course, like I did in the first two reviews for this, I will take the last steelbook out and showcase it. On the front, you have our main character, Eggy's wonderful and very obscure, but it works for his personality, dinner suit that he wears at the beginning of the film. Of course, his wonderful gadget gun. In the picture of our young lad, our young hero, Eggy, on the inside, featuring his spy specs in that dinner suit that you see him wear. All right, I will be talking about the plot of the film, the Rose opinion of the film, my opinion of the film, talk about the 4K visuals and the Dolby Atmos sound presentation the film has, because someone actually does have Dolby Atmos, and get the film ranking. With their headquarters destroyed and the world held hostage, the remaining members of the Kingsmen find new allies when they discover a spy organization in the United States known as the Statesmen. In an adventure that tests their strength and wits, the elite secret agents from both sides of the pond band together to battle a ruthless enemy and save the day, something that's becoming a bit of a habit for Eggy. Okay. Well, Kingsman the Golden Circle. When this came out, it did have some diverse reviews. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Now, one little thing is, some people thought that this was better than the first movie that came out in theaters, which was, of course, 2014's Kingsman the Secret Service. What I liked about it is that this one was funnier and had a lot more fun going with itself, and definitely went much more towards the comedy and the things, and a lot less about the serious stuff. But there was some pretty serious and very harmful human stuff in this film, and the stuff that's in it is very, very, very good. So this is not a bad movie by any regard, from anybody's point of view. So people did like this movie, but one thing that everybody universally says about this film is it's definitely not as good as Kingsman the Secret Service. Now let's go on to my opinion. I agree 100% with what that last part of people's opinion is, which is this is not as good as Kingsman the Secret Service. I will definitely say that. Now where does this end up on ranking? We'll get to that later. Now let's talk about my opinion up more. I thought that this did the comedy a little too much, but in a very fascinating way. The overplaying of comedy in this film actually works. Surprisingly, it actually works. So I definitely cannot crap on this film for that, because the comedy actually works in this film. I think this film would have been a little bit better and maybe a little more balanced if it had a darker edge to it than it does. Now, don't me wrong. All three of these films are rated R for very good reasons. I would say out of the three, this is probably the goriest one of them, for sure. There's some graphic violence in this one. I mean, you have stuff like throwing people into beef grinders, basically. So yeah, you definitely have some gore in this film. But even that's kind of comedically played. Let's be honest. But I do like this movie a lot. And if I'm actually in the mood for watching more than one Kingsman movie, this does make a good companion piece to Kingsman the Secret Service. Not so much to the Kingsman, but definitely to his predecessor, Kingsman the Secret Service. It definitely does play quite well. It's just not as good as it. Now let's talk about the audio and video quality. The video in this one is almost as good as Kingsman the Secret Service. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near as good in terms of visuals to the Kingsman. But like I said, though, I really wanted to say that the last film was the best looking of them. But I just have to go with the newest kid on the block, which is the prequel. It's the best looking movie of the three. But this film does look incredible, for sure. It's definitely get your money's worth out of watching it in this format. The Dolby Atmos sound presentation. This was before 20th Century Fox was bought by Disney, so it has a rock solid Dolby Atmos sound presentation. So you're not gonna have to turn your volume up. If anything, you might have to turn your volume down a couple of notches on this film, because Dolby Atmos is actually pretty damn good. It's almost reference quality. The reason why it's not reference quality is because they could have made more use of surround effects. It's too front heavy. There's still surround effects in there, but it's mostly this atmospheric effects and front field effects for most part. I think it could have been balanced out even more if you had more of the at-room ear level effects going on surround sound field. But with that said, though, a few little perks here and there, you're going to have a rock solid time with this film. So this is definitely a worthy Atmos sound presentation for sure. Now let's go on to the ranking of the film. This is a little bit better than the Kingsman. It's not as good as Kingsman the Secret Service. So I would say with the Kingsman having 3 stars and Kingsman the Secret Service having 4, there's only one way to go with this. That's 3.5 stars. So this gets 3.5 stars, which means, in my opinion, is almost a perfect film. It just falls a little tiny bit short of being as great and as perfect as his predecessor, which is Kingsman the Secret Service. I think that's the best one of the 3 films. This is the second best of the 3 films, in my opinion. That's all I gotta say about Kingsman the Secret Service. Sorry, Kingsman the Golden Circle. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely check it out. And if you can get your hands on this set, it's definitely a wonderful set to have. So good luck. Maybe you can. Please don't spend a fortune doing it. Only buy if it's a reasonable price, of course. I myself was smart. When I say limited edition, I get it. If you guys love physical media, you see limited editions, get on them when they first come out. Don't wait years and years after it to get it, because they're going to rob you. They're going to be blind. All right, that's all I got to say. I will see you guys on the next review, because I do have one more for tonight.